acts of aggression will be met with an appropriate response. We would like to remind all commanders to avoid blocking access to docking pads during arrival and departure. Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit a request before entering the docking bay.
Yes. I got it right out, I think. There we go. Yeah, we gotta get that thing finished up, don't we?
Landing gear retracted. Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Yeah, I got the impression it's kind of riding everybody pretty hard. Yeah.
Frameshift drive charging. Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I got the industrial systems. That's all finished.
Fuel suit disengaged.
200,000 is default. Well, without any buffs or anything. Yeah. It's looking like for most of those high value items, what the economy you really want is high tech. I've got a lot of demand for metals, and platinum's part of that, but it seems like in the other category.
So you can't. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, it's just little bugs.
For high tech,
yeah, I gotta do
a whole different category. Minerals are. Hello.
Welcome in. Hey, just so you know, we're live.
Yeah, I just caught that. He says he can't hear you.
Yeah, I looked over. I had muted the mic. It's a little bit rusty. Haven't done this in a couple of years. That straighten out your audio there, Delta. I've got to go swap ships and fly all the way back into the bubble. I was running some cargo late last night and fell asleep shortly thereafter, so I was parked in a Panther on a construction platform.
Approval granted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 32.
Conversation on your theory of Raxla.
Oh, I have many theories on Raxla. Where do you want to start?
The one you said the other day, that it's near the bubble. Why do you say that?
I'm fairly certain it's near the bubble. Part of that is FDev has confirmed it's in the game.
1,000 meters from
That it
touchdown.
has
Yeah,
been
I've heard
visited. And I just think statistically that means it's got to be pretty close to the bubble.
Landing gear deployed.
Do you have a location in mind? He says your voice can come up or the game down.
Okay.
Hey, let me see what I hear.
I'll trust his judgment. I probably could come up.
Landing complete. You may alight when ready. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wishes you a pleasant and productive visit, Commander.
Do a little of both. Yeah, that game audio was probably smoking it. Alright, let me know how that sounds, guys. Hopefully I'm not blowing your eardrums out now. Oh, I see what happened. He was talking. Yes, I was at that moment speaking,
Okay.
not to Discord, but I figured out the reason I didn't see the chats. I had focus on another window, so it wasn't updating. Because I am in VR, so this is a very cumbersome experience first time around.
Okay.
I did do some research, because streaming in VR in general, especially for a non-VR audience, is a little tricky. You kind of have to train yourself to not make snap head movements and try to hold reasonably still so that you don't just make everybody sick as a dog. So I'm trying to exercise some self-control.
Delta says it sounds better, but he needs to hear you in space.
Now, he will get that in just a moment. Alright, Delta, here's me over the boost audio. Let me know if that still works or not.
I hear you over it.
Where am I going? I'm going to me. Andy's over here getting an early start. That's alright, because I'm going to be making a late start myself. Alright.
And he
Back
says
up a
you
bit.
can come back up a bit, but not bad.
we will give that a whirl and see. Take that one for a test drive. See if we can get over here and get some plat mined up and get this squadron carrier knocked out. So yeah, I ruled it out. Back to the Raxel theory. I ruled out everything up to 200 light years because there was a fairly recent 200 light years of Sol. So I think it's probably between 200 and 1,000 light years out. If it's even accessible. They didn't say that we could get to it right now. They said it's been visited but not discovered, like the system's been visited. So that could very well mean it's in space that was temporarily permit unlocked. They've done that several times in the past, so we may not be able to get to it. But I am certainly down to try.
Any area did you have in mind?
Probably starting somewhere in the neighborhood of Col 70. Anything that's unlocked in Col 70.
Which area is that? What is that? North, south,
Southeast. I'd have to look at the map. I don't really know where I fall on the Thargoid versus Guardian link, if any. It may not be linked to either. Probably ought to sip some fuel here. I figure we've got a couple months of DW3 here still, though, to work out a more specific game plan. I've been looking into a lot of the unsolved mysteries of Elite. I had actually not heard of the numbers stations. Are you familiar with those?
I'm familiar with them in real life.
So, in Elite, in non-Imperial starports, I would assume only pre-colonization starports, the ones that have an antenna in, like, the back wall directly opposite the mail slot, if you fly up to it, you can hear an audio noise, and if you record it and then do a spectrograph of it, it has strings of letters and numbers that are very clearly standing out in them to that, or, you know, to determine if it means anything. But I thought that was kind of neat. That's what inspired my little message there earlier. I had a ton of fun with that.
Now that you mention it, I had heard of that.
I had not until earlier today. I pretty much spent the day listening to tinfoil hat Raxla material because I just mentally I needed a break from my irritation with DW3. Delta Creator, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. We are streaming for the first time in 6 years, and like the fool we are, we're doing it in VR. Why not? If you're gonna do it wrong.
When I started out on the game, I looked at a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I thought...
It's been a few months. I haven't been listening to it in a while.
Yeah, I thought a lot of that really... and it's... I didn't realize, I guess, I mean, and I should, because I'm a fan of a lot of the books, but I didn't realize just how deep they let the lore train run on this game, and my god, it's like an ocean out there.
Delta's already adding quotes.
Oh, he just needs to wait a minute. He doesn't know it yet, but he's getting the wrench. He's gonna stick me with one. I'm gonna stick him with one. Oh no. warn everyone, anyone watching, or watching this after the fact, this may end unexpectedly. VR certainly has its quirks.
With the
And-
feet, I don't know if it's me or you.
Oh no, that was 100% me. Whether it was the game or VR, I'm not really sure. VR has its little quirks, and I'm asking an awful lot right now because I'm streaming the game into the headset. I've got chat coming in, I've got Discord on the side, and I've got the live preview up. I'm pretty saturated in terms of the link cable.
Okay.
Now is the perfect moment to strike.
Just I'll be back in a bit. Yeah, it's frozen.
I was off screen. I was repaying Delta's kindness, if you will. That is one unfortunate thing about VR. I can't just look off to another screen and, you know, slide my cursor off and do things. I actually have to tab off the active game window to manipulate even the things within VR, like I've got chat and Discord and stuff, and if I want to interact with those windows beyond looking at them, I have to take focus off the game, which probably does freeze the game capture.
Okay, yeah.
How many jumps out are we here? 5. Oh, maybe I ought to wait on that. Overheating. How is the stream from a viewability standpoint? Am I making you sick as a dog?
No. There's no movement right now. Let me refresh. I'm getting a little spinny thing.
Well, that's no good. OBS isn't yelling at me that I've screwed the pooch yet, so...
It might be me.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nope, I'm still getting nothing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm moving as it says you're live. It says I'm live. You know, it's not. I'm getting audio like you're moving. Well, it's a frozen picture of you looking at chat. The YouTube chat.
Oh, my mirror application is frozen up. That's no good.
This is a startup. This is your experiment.
That is precisely what it is. And thank God.
Working out the bugs.
Of which there are apparently many. Alright, mirror seems to be back up.
Yeah, there we go.
Boy, that's rough to do looking under the corner of the headset. Also, glad I'm in a DBX, or I might have just been cooking myself.
Look at the, I don't know what to call it. The exclusion zone, or the, that border on the stars. It's red.
The orbit line around the star?
Yeah.
It's probably just part of the HUD pack I'm using. You'll notice my all my HUD colors are different.
Yeah.
Are you using
know.
the ED HUD?
Well, you can change that. It's always been the same color no matter.
You can change almost anything in that. You can change the ambient lighting in the ship. You can change the Super Cruise lattice lines. You can even go in and change how the DSS probes appear. It's got a lot of depth to it. I've actually altered this profile because when you make a planetary approach with this color pack, the altitude is in black and it's almost impossible to read. So I had to go change it. Shock, welcome in. You're not angry, just disappointed. Yeah, we're working out the VR bugs, brother. Hopefully things stay smoother than not from here on out. Maybe I've got the gremlins out of the way now.
Maybe.
No?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I guess we are doing the fill-in stream for a sickly streamer of a much higher caliber, but we'll get to it.
Frameshift drive charging.
There. 2 jumps out, not too bad.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Have you read The Dark Wheel?
Fuel scooping.
Oh, you haven't read that one yet? I think that's the one I just re-listened to, and if it is the one I'm thinking of, it's excellent.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, it's not long. It's by Robert Holdstone.
Frameshift drive
I
charging.
downloaded it, but I haven't read it.
I've done, I think it's The Dark Wheel. I have Mostly Harmless, the short stories collected one, I can't remember what the title of that is, and Reclamation. I've got the first Salome book.
Okay. Yeah, I got the first and second Salome books. I have this one because I downloaded it.
I need to just buy them all. Like, I'd like to get all of them that are available in print that way. I mostly focused on the audiobooks because that's, you know, out. Anything other than that starts cutting into other things I want to do, whereas I've got all day mostly on autopilot where I can afford to listen to whatever.
Right.
Oh, so how's everybody doing out there tonight? All 3 of you. 4 of you. I've managed to get 11 people.
What?
I've had 11 total views, but only 3 at a time.
Okay.
So probably people clicking in and going, this isn't what I was looking for. Who's this goofball? I always did attract a very specific crowd of folks because I'm just conversational and you know, I don't keep a fast action pace, and sometimes I don't, you know, particularly talk a whole lot, which, you know, if you're watching, that can be kind of boring depending on what's going on. Shock,
Delta
that is
Creator struggling with
Tranquila. She is in voice chat
the
with me.
expedition.
Andy is also in chat with me. And Delta Creator, yes, struggling very much with the expedition. The pace... Oh, you're struggling. That's right. No Man dropped an update. I forgot about that.
No, it's the No Man's Sky
Yeah,
expedition.
I figured it out right in the middle of my sentence. How is that going? Have you played that?
I did start it today. It's
Doug, welcome in.
it's the thing. The thing with that, how can I put it? It's like the developer sat down and said, "How can we slow everyone down and make this? How skilled are you in just being patient?" And keeping like these canisters inside a truck, and in the bumpiest, holiest planet you could land on.
So basically Trailblazers for No Man's Sky, because that's kind of what Trailblazers was. It had all this exciting potential for expansion and building things, and then we all realized that the biggest thing we could haul in was, 700 and some odd tons of...
Except everything keeps falling out because you hit a bump and fall in a hole or whatever. It's
Space farming sim, I got you, Shock. Yeah, I tried No Man's Sky. It felt too arcadey to me. I'm much more of a sim guy. This feels like a spaceship simulator to me. That is what appeals to my brain.
it's a space farming sim, yeah, but
Permission granted. We look forward to welcoming you to our carrier.
you have to go slow or everything's falling out. You're just collecting garbage.
Yeah, that sounds mildly frustrating to me. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, I feel you, Delta Creator. I just did the first section, and I started the second one, and then I just called it a day. I'll just do a little bit more tomorrow or whenever I get a chance. It's not difficult in terms of knowledge or it's just literally you have to go slow. You have to watch when you're driving. That's all it is.
Case of keep calm and grind on.
Yeah. The mechanic of the gravity gun is fun, but other than that,
Alright, let's do some mining.
Delta Creator, I'm trying my best to keep calm and not lose my mind while doing this.
That's kind of how I feel about DW3 right now.
And you wanted to slow down, right?
Oh, very much so. The pace is murder right now. Andy is not in that ring. Let's do it this way. Oh, of course you are.
Where's Dash?
I'm inbound, Andy. What's up, dashboard?
Roger that. I'm full. I'll be heading out.
In that case, I'm gonna go to the much closer spot right here by Herschel.
Roger.
Hang on just 1 second, guys. And we're back.
You are now clear of the area.
That would explain why that exclusion zone took forever. Landing gear does not help.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Doug, I don't think so. A few months ago, I was kind of taking a break. I wasn't really playing any. Last time I was playing big was right after Trailblazers dropped, and during the Apollo 14 expedition. It's possible, though. There is other commanders with my name. That's why I have quotes in my name, which I'm seriously thinking about contacting Frontier to remove if they are willing to let me change my commander name, because they make it almost impossible to search for me. And for fuel ratting, that's not really going to work well. Let's go right in here. Alright, planet's over there. Sorry for the snap view there, guys. Still trying to get used to not doing that. Doesn't bother me, because I'm right in front of the headset. Just can hear the dog back there. She is determined to interrupt me this evening. What am I doing? I'm mining hard points. Those help. And let's throw out the fighter.
Copy that.
I'll pay for it. Might as well use it, right?
Fighter is now active. Standing by.
That would have been too easy. Let's see if we can find a good rock here. My definition of a good rock and Delta's definition of a good rock are very different definitions. I will take anything over about 10 or 12%.
With this ship, it almost doesn't matter.
I don't think it does so much with those large chunks. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, oh, there's a Delta rock. At the end of the day, you know, if you hit a 66% rock, you're going to get a load of material out of it. But hitting a 15, it doesn't feel like, you know, it used to when you were doing it with tier 2 lasers and it was almost not worth it. It just doesn't feel that way.
I don't know.
For all the time it takes to completely drain that rock, why not? Wait till Delta comes back and finds out he got wrenched. I can't wait for that little... Alright. Might as well prospect around while I'm waiting.
Alright, on my way back.
Copy. I've dropped in and started blowing up rocks. Well, that rock is... okay.
It's spinning.
That's a pretty good one. Let's take a look at that one too. Guess I should wait on these collectors, huh? Doesn't make a lot of sense to mine it and leave it.
So I'm gonna get back to Raxa.
Back to Raxla. That is the goal.
What is Raxla to you?
You know, I'm not really sure. Even after the research I've done, and I've kind of toyed with it. I never seriously considered going to hunt for it before. That's kind of a new thing. But I've been aware of it and the silliness that surrounds it, so to speak. Personally, I think it's probably a portal to somewhere. I don't think you can find it and use it that way in-game, but I think that's probably what it is. I think it's also probably not on a planet, like it, because it was present supposedly in-game before Horizons, so it can't be something you have to land to find, unless they updated it. But, you know, they never... I don't feel like that's something they would do with something that's generated that much interest in the player group. I feel like it's probably just a planet or an orbital POI of some kind.
That's funny you say that because I don't know who I was talking to, but I always thought it was also a portal, but to like Andromeda Galaxy or something, or another galaxy.
That is kind of the going theory on it. Hey, Sin, welcome in. Raxla is love. It is the illusion. That's why we say Raxla is the friends we made along the way. Because for 11 years now, 12 years now, we haven't been able to find it. So we have to come up with our own excuse.
Murdoch, I'm about to drop.
Copy.
Dropping now.
Can't believe I've managed to con this many people already into coming in here and getting seasick. I'm gonna warn all of you, this was not prepared. I was not at all prepared to do this. Somebody who shall remain nameless conned me into it. So I hit the button and here we are.
Someone already guessed.
Yep, Sen, it was in fact Delta. I will absolutely call him out, although it's probably payback for me talking him into the Outlander challenge, because that was kind of brutal. Fun, but brutal. I'm in a safe space, right? Oh, it's good things. I'm in my cockpit, and I love it here. Speaking of, I haven't looked back here. Let's take a look at the back of the Type 11, because, you know, non-VR people can't do this. It's fun. Yeah, well, when you don't get caught. That's not the coolest bridge. That is a hell of a gun sticking off the side there, though. Personally, I think the Mandalay, even though it's not my favorite ship, I think it's definitely got one of the coolest bridges.
Cheers.
Oh. Yeah. You ought to see the Mandalay in VR. The cockpit is interesting. Well, I hear an Andy nearby. That one I just left, I think, was a 40-ish. The one I'm on now is a 55.
45.
Is there a pirate about?
Out there, it's a Clipper and an Eagle. I let him out of the sea. He'll be about 10 kilometers out.
I wasn't too worried. This thing's armed. It's kind of fun to fight in it every now and then.
A couple of guns on this too.
Yeah, too late. He's attracted system authority. Alright, where's my planet? I lost my point of reference here. Funny how that happens in 3D space. I think that's it. Yeah, the hole in the stars. The big hole in the stars. Let's try this guy.
You can see the large view.
You can. You should see that out in the system I'm colonizing. It is so bright in the sky. It's really hard to get used to looking at the target. Anybody who plays flat screen would never notice, but as I pan by my head, it will highlight targets. So if I want to target that limpet, I have to be looking reasonably close to target it. Got a 51 on deck next.
Are you near Andy?
Yep.
Yeah, he's just following me around here.
I don't remember seeing the large view from your system. I'm trying to find it.
I don't know.
It's pretty bright in our sky out there. I noticed it, well, when we were doing some of that survey work, I remember I was looking at it trying to figure out what it was, and you were the one that called it out and said, hey, that's Bernard's loop.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there.
It's bright out there. And we lost our limpet. I'll never find it in this list. That's the problem with the T11. You just can't keep up. It shifts around so fast.
Asteroid depleted.
There we go. A lot of good that did me. Just told me it was worthless now.
Did it make you sick, Shakana?
Yeah, that would be my question. Because I have a hard time playing it not in VR now. I really enjoy it in VR. I don't believe Shock tried this game. He hates on this game so much. All from a place of love.
Asteroid scan complete.
43 up next. Oh, I think we're going to have to dump some limpets.
Asteroid depleted. Scan detected.
Yep, we sure are go. Wow, I got a bunch. Let's do 30.
Scan detected. Scan
There we go.
What's scanning you?
Oh, some pirate that has no chance.
Scan detected. Cargo scoop retracted. Collector limpet expired.
Are we gonna run?
Are the cops here?
I didn't see him anywhere.
Collector limpet expired.
they're apparently not interested in...
Yeah,
Frameshift charge detected.
It's very strange, because I've got a whole hold full of platinum.
right?
I mean, I'll let it go. I'm certainly not going to chase him down in a Type 11.
Look at the chat.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed.
Outstanding. That's what we like to hear. I was interested in VR for a very long time and just never
Engaged.
pulled the trigger on it. And I had a little disposable income, so I said, let's
Scan.
give it a whirl.
Limpet drone error.
And I am not at all disappointed. It's been a ton of fun.
Deployed.
Oh,
Look at, I think you missed the one message. Although, yeah, that's
oh, yeah, no shock. It's not for everybody. Maxi.
some Mexico.
It's a great game, Maxi. You should be playing it, man.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed.
It is a blast, especially in VR, though. It's very different, right? Because in 2D you have to thumbstick around, and it's just not natural. And in VR you can just kind of look around. It certainly makes dogfighting and locating objects that aren't dead in front of you much easier.
Hey, when you look in the back, is it true that there's a coffee machine back there in the T11?
In the T11? I don't know. There sure is. It's not like the coffee machine on the crate, but there is a coffee machine looking device back there. I mean, it makes sense. What else? You know, this ship is only ever going to mine. It should definitely have a coffee pot in it. There's a lot of ships I haven't gotten to see yet. I'm really wanting to see my Federal Assault ship, but it's in the bubble, and the only commander with access to it is currently 65,000 light years and change away, so probably not going to happen.
You played 3 minutes VR or 3 minutes Elite Dangerous? Don't be the same.
My money's on 3 minutes total for Shock.
Incoming mission critical message.
I don't want that. Where'd my limpet go? Or did I lose it? This ship eats more limpets than it does anything else. Oh, am I full?
Maximum capacity.
Someone could turn that into a quote.
They could. Oh, come on, Shock. You know it's true. I'm full up. I'm heading back to the carrier. You dumping on charge, right?
Correct.
Limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Roger that, Commander. Let's bring the fighter back home.
Yeah, that's my theory, Sin. I've always said I'd rather be a smartass than a dumb one.
Collector limpet expired.
If I gotta make a choice. But I suppose as I get older, wise ass also applies. I'm fine with that. I don't take prisoners.
Fighters locked up tight. Bay is secure.
Fly.
Yeah, that helps.
Frameshift.
I'm only really bad about that when I'm mining, leaving hard points out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Well, thanks everybody for coming and joining. Going to be doing this for a couple hours. So
Incoming mission
by all
critical
means, don't feel like you got to stay. But I appreciate it if you do. I'm not hauling your crap. I'm mining. Oh, look at these door knockers and their contracts. Next, they're going to be asking me about my car's extended warranty.
Delta says he ran halfway through his bowl of full and ran out of stream.
Oh, no worry, Maxie. Catch you later. Have fun.
Bye, Maxie.
Ran out of steam halfway
I know
through a
what you
bowl
meant, Delta.
of pho. That's a bad place to run out of steam, man. That's good stuff. Especially when you're sick. I've always been a big fan of anything that takes
Is it
soup
pho?
form. I've heard pho, I've heard pho, I've heard every possible pronunciation. I just go with whatever the popular demand is. It's not my language. And there it goes. Second noob loop of the stream. I'm gonna have to get a counter started. Not tonight, because I don't have that set up. I don't even have a me cam set up, which would go a long way in helping with orientation for you guys, but we'll get there. Spur of the moment stream. Steam. Yeah, I knew what you meant.
Delta's already doing his due diligence.
That he is. And Delta, please feel free to add those commands. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Access screening is in effect. Docking request.
If you're feeling up to it. I know you're not running 100% this evening. Yeah, let's see if I can do this and not pull a Delta.
Hey, Dash, have you played any of the
landing gear.
expedition? I was wondering what you thought of it.
Like butter. I love it.
Landing complete. Commence.
No, I've never heard that, Shock. I do not have Streamlabs running now that you mention it, so I guess that's going to have to wait. Six-year hiatus. Coming back awful dusty and rusty. That's not what I wanted. I hate it when you accidentally click one of those, because there's nothing to do but ride the elevator. Yeah, that's true, they won't. Can you guys hear Trank okay? I haven't checked the audio level on Discord. I wanted limpets. Limpetsella, give me your strongest limpets. If you get it, you get it. Gotcha, Dash. See if I can correct that. Not that one. That one. Just do it that way.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, one load down. See how many we can knock out tonight.
Engage.
I think I average about one every half hour. What's that? For which one?
That was on your Discord.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. It's alright, it's not monetized. They'll just slap me for it. It's gonna be hard to... Roger, heading back to the Platinum. Yeah, that's definitely going to be one downside of any streaming in VR. It's really hard to have things in view that don't also wind up on stream. You have to be pretty careful about what you got up.
Are you enjoying Expedition Dash?
That is the key question. Seems like there's mixed reviews on that right now. I am going to shift that Discord channel off that before I forget about it and do it again. Should do it. It does, in fact, not do it. Because I still have this menu open. Stop that. There we go. There. Everything in there, somebody in this stream or chat has the... Let's see what you think about that, YouTube. Oh, that makes this much easier.
I didn't catch that part.
Oh, I switched to the Tales from the Blackadder. I said everything in that channel, either myself or somebody in the stream or in the voice chat have the IP for, so they can live long and suck it. Back it down. Hopefully we don't chew on this limpet like it's a 3-day-old bagel. And that's exactly what we did. Let's try that again. Hey, that one made it. 4%. Okay, I'm passing that one. I don't pass on a lot of rocks, but I'm passing on that one. That's pretty rough. And we ate another limpet. I saw it bounce off the shield. Ah, there goes the carcass. I'm sorry, little limpet.
Okay.
I'm passing that one too.
And the terrain of the planet is with those weird ridges and the holes. It's, no, it is definitely not
Yeah,
scary.
no worries, Shock.
I was just saying with your mom that it's like the developers sat there and figured out a way to make sure that you had to go slow.
Engaged. Asteroid scan.
I am very curious to see you play that Delta.
Yep.
Because it will either drive you insane or it will be utter chaos. Wait till you see the terrain.
Prospect limpet failed.
And the way Delta goes, the way he drives,
Prospect limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed.
Later, Doug. Thanks for hanging.
by Doug.
Appreciate you stopping by on the maiden restream of Murdoch's Place. See if we can get everything cleaned up on the channel and switched over to this, and we'll be on our way, I guess. Finally, a rock worth mining.
Asteroid scan complete. Cargo scoop retracted.
Guess I had it just pegged to 66.
But they're all from that gravity gun or whatever. The things you can do to sentinels with it.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged. Asteroid
Yeah, I was
scan
trying to think of a way to just fly there. But they definitely want you driving that thing.
It's never going to get old just being able to look over and watch that. Yeah, thanks Dalton for the reminder. If you guys are enjoying it, don't forget to hit that like button. I am going to try and get myself collected together here and do some more streaming. it's been a little bit of a journey, but somebody has said I should hit the button again, so I did. See how it goes. I am mostly here for the laws and the community.
The thing is, you can drive the exocraft as quick as you can to the point. But it's when you fill it up and take it back that's just really tough. You have to align your camera just right so you can see ahead to make sure there's no holes or ridges.
Oh, getting run over here.
Collector limpet expired. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet engaged.
Garbage.
Asteroid scan complete.
Let's try you on for size.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed.
I think Lady Luck has left me at the bar, Andy.
Roger that.
Prospect limpet engaged.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, I
third
guess
single-digit
that's true.
percent I've seen.
Scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed.
50%.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan. Asteroid scan complete. Programming
Try and get good. I have tried that. I've tried it several times. It never seems to take. What I need Hunt in here to properly show me up on the rock finding. I never heard the notification.
programming lead drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Yeah, it's slow going.
Got a 49 further up, and it's high.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
This sucker's huge. Yeah, stop that. I'm gonna replace this throttle one day. Just to get rid of the ghosted inputs. Which I've noticed are really only a problem on the throttle. The stick seems fine.
.53 below us.
Roger. Not get too far away from those limpets. Maybe. Yeah, I think we'll be alright.
Collector limpet expired.
No, maybe not. Might be right on the edge. Nobody ever said I was patient. go. Now we're making some headway. Last time it only was 80. If you ever wondered what cargo limpets look like going into the belly of a T-11, there you go. They actually collide with the ship a lot more than they think they probably should. So, there we go. Out through the front of the ship. Can't have everything perfect though, right? I do believe we've moved on to stealing Andy's supplies. Let's see if we
I've seen it zoom by me in the cockpit.
see if we can. Yeah, I think I've had one come through it too.
Got a 66 medium on my target.
Copy. I was just coming up here to make sure I didn't leave anything.
Collector limpet expired.
There. Where's Andy? He's up. Oh, team target out of range, that's right. I have really got to get some better scanners on this thing.
Collector limpet expired.
There we go. Let me target your target. It's pretty bad. It really is, Delta. I've run over at least 15 of them today so far. And I don't understand why. Like, I've had ships out mining that seem like they should have a significantly worse time. Like, look at the Anaconda. The cargo hatches. It's not dead at the front. I feel like you'd run over a ton of limpets in it, but I don't recall ever having that problem. I mean, it's not my favorite ship. I've bought and sold like 17 of them, but I did several hours of mining in one that I'd kitted out and kind of engineered for it. And I don't remember killing limpets like it was the Salem Witch Trials. This thing here just hunts them down. Dash, we're talking about the collision, basically. When you release a limpet, it comes out of this cargo hatch in the front. And if you watch these collectors, they just kind of glitch back out through the ship. But when you release a prospector limpet to see what's in the rocks, a lot of times you run over them and kill them with your ship before they get away from it. Which... Let's back that off before that becomes a problem. But that's what we're talking about, and as far as limpet paths go. Let's try this little guy. I've hit these, and I know that platinum ring I go to in Algol's got just it seems like the small ones are the good ones there. Skunked. No dice there. Let's see, when I release those, sometimes we run them over with the ship and takes them out before they have a chance to do their job. Depends a lot on what speed you're flying. I find if you're under 50 or 60, as long as you're not moving the stick, it's usually okay. I was trying to hit that one and missed. Jump there. So like on this one, I'm gonna pitch down as it releases and probably bop it. Yep, you see it didn't fly out in front of me there. It did release. Up there it goes, dead as a doornail. Roger. Got Andy out here doing God's work for me, helping me stay on some good rocks. God knows I'm preoccupied. See, he's 5 kilometers out, and I'm still too far out to target his target. Looks like 4.5 kilometers is how close I have to be before I can hit your target.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, methinks it's time to visit the scanner dealer. For whatever reason, you don't seem to have the same problem killing off collectors. And I'm not sure why that is. You would think when they launch and go after a fragment that they would also have... I mean, I guess you're more stationary when you're launching them, but not always. Sometimes you're in motion. I shoot a bunch of those is what happens, because if you clip those with that mining laser, you'll... Let's see if I can get one of them here. Most of the time I get them when they're flying back out. Yeah,
Got
see?
a 39 next door here to the left.
Got that one. Roger. Alrighty, Dash, no worries.
See you, Dash.
Thanks for stopping in, brother. That's not really a maximum. We can squeeze one more in there. Let's keep one limpid. I got room for one more. Stop. Ooh. It's usually only a problem I have in the Panther. This thing stops pretty good for what it is. I still find myself getting nose-to-nose personal with some of these asteroids, though.
Yes.
Oh, I was docking the Panther by hand last night. I finally kicked on the docking computer because I was wiped out. I was not with it. I kept
Roger that.
getting loitering infractions and everything else, so I finally kicked on the docking computer and just let them do it. Alright. Fill up the old refinery. I'm pretty well full. I'm gonna take off as soon as the refinery's filled up.
Roger.
Although I use that term loosely. Cell's kind of generous. But we gotta get that fleet carrier knocked out. Let's get that thing bought. They're still trying to reach me about my car's extended warranty. Yes.
How long do you have to collect the reward?
It'll be there until you collect it, and if for some reason it is not, it will, like, in the event of credits, it'll be deposited, and if it's modules, they'll just either, like, if it's a stationary station, they'll stay there, and if it's something that moves around, like a Trailblazers deployment ship or something, you can rip them to you. They'll be there. They're not going to go away.
Okay.
Because I pulled the exact same stunt before the Apollo 14 expedition. I did a CG and then I took off. And I don't, what was that one? That was my expanded probe scanner, my grade 5 expanded probe scanner. And I actually ripped it out to the other side of Colonia and equipped it for the rest of that expedition.
Impossible to get to that 75%, but money
I was riding pretty good
over
on the
should still be
75%.
there.
For a while. I swapped over, did a couple loads on this account, trying to get it up, you know, just to some bulk some money up and hopefully get a cargo rack while I was at it. And then in the last like 10 hours, my main dropped out, and this one, mining bromolite instead of hauling, that was not the way to do that. It was great for the money, but it was horrible for staying in the running to get the item reward.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I made a lot just from selling it.
Yeah, I think overall I made like 2.2 billion just off that one CG. I was over there racking and stacking the kit. Stop asking me to haul your crap,
Yeah, I think I
Advocate
made
Murray.
$1 billion on that one because I had a little 3 billion.
That's a pretty good haul. I don't think I've ever made that much in general from a single CG. I've never hit one quite that hard either, though. I was working that one pretty good.
You could go get really, really good doing that. Multiple billions.
Well, I listened to this week's Lave today and a couple other videos. It sounds like we're gearing up for bounty hunting CG.
I hope so.
Certainly the direction everyone else seems to think it's... I'm surprised they didn't announce something today, unless they did and I missed it. Yeah, last thing on Galnet was from the 10th.
Yeah, the pirate activity, which nobody's talking about.
Sadly, we can't do that just yet. Docking requests are considered within
Helps
7.5
if you're in
kilometers of our
range
carrier.
first.
Request confirmed. Proceed to your landing pad, Commander.
12. Which one's 12? That side. Can never remember. They're actually numbered in a way that makes sense. I can just never remember what that order is. I know all the large pads down the middle are first. And then I'm pretty sure it's 9 and 11 on the left side mediums, and 12 and 14 on the right side mediums, and then the small pads, but I'm not sure.
Hunting gear deployed. Scan detected.
Everyone just wants to scan me tonight.
Landing complete. Commence shutdown. Welcome to our carrier, Commander.
That's 2 loads in.
Boy, we've definitely taken a chunk out of this demand here.
Yeah, I didn't even think to look while I was just in there. 5. What is the demand that's left? Oh, come on. Why is it so easy? I hit outfitting that time, so I guess I'm going on an elevator ride for fun.
Roger that.
It's the second time tonight I've done that. That's what I wanted. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. Last time I looked at the demand, we were still over 5K. I guess we have done some damage there.
what they're doing is disembarking.
Yeah, it's really annoying that there's no way to cancel some of those actions. I know if you accidentally click auto launch, you can log out to menu to stop that, but pretty much everything else, you're going for the elevator ride.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you have to be fairly quick about it, but if you immediately exit out the main menu, it'll, when you log back in, you'll be in the hangar on the pad.
Cannot comply. Landing gear retracted.
Still? Come on.
Frameshift
There we go.
drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's see, is that actually working? So it says cancel there. And didn't take it off. I set teammate navlock to a joystick by one of my toggles to see if I can get that working. Seems to work okay to engage, but not to disengage, which I guess I'm okay with. It's still...
Alright, I'm back on site.
Coming in right behind you.
Copy. I'm deploying the fighter. Fighter online, ready to go. Ready to bring the fighter back to the ship, Commander.
Scan detected. Programming leader drone.
Already got that one.
Programming leader drone.
Fighter.
Asteroid scan complete.
Roger that. I'm booting up the fighter.
Kind of hard to see what I'm doing on that window with the chat window in my way.
Engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
See, sometimes you get away with it. I was a little over 100 kilometers, 100 meters per second there, and I didn't take that one out.
Engaged.
But most of the time, it seems like anything over about 70, you just run them over.
Prospector limpet failed.
Hey,
Engaged.
52, my target.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
sometimes when you've got all these things running around, you kill them off, I think they run into some of your collectors. This one is really well optimized for it, supposedly. Admittedly, my machine is not top of the line for it at all, but it does do pretty well. I have had no complaint. Things generally run pretty smooth, and I don't even get really motion sick. I did doing some SRV racing, and I did a little bit of dogfighting, and I was doing an awful lot of snap maneuvers, and I did get a little queasy on that one after 10 or 20 minutes, but most of the time just flying around perfectly fine. And a lot of that I think goes to with having, you know, these controls as you see them are pretty much where my actual stick and throttle are. I think that goes a long way to help ground my brain and where I'm at in space. 40, my target. Nobody loves that tutorial, Delta. That's awful. That is one of the least tutorials I've ever tutorialed in. It's awful. There really is such a hump to get over in this game, honestly. Like, you really have to commit. It took a couple times for it to stick on me. I mean, I'm frustrating, right? When you, like, start playing it and kind of enjoy it, but then take a break and then you come back and you can't remember how to do anything and forget that you have to do things like request docking permission. It makes and until you've really got it ingrained, it makes the experience of coming back to the game absolutely awful for people who it didn't click with right away. And I wish they would do something about that. I mean, having the permit locked starter region goes a long way to help that. You know, it does keep out, for the most part, the gankers and stuff, but I still feel like the tutorial section, like, you can turn on the checklist, which helps for anybody that doesn't know. If you come over here under ship, you can turn pre-flight checks on, and it will make you go through all of the basic ship controls before you launch. So if you've been away for a minute and you're coming back, that does help, but not nearly enough. I've always done farm sim with a steering wheel and a stick for, like, front loader shock. I don't know. You know, now that you've said it, I kind of want to try it myself. Because having a throttle in hand is not really out of line for a lot of modern tractors, especially harvesters. You know, that is legitimately how they're generally controlled, is kind of a stick and stick setup. So that might be worth trying. You might have inspired me. Yeah, controller's not terrible. Machine was in storage. I limped by on controller and found I actually really like it for SRV and obviously on foot. But if something happened to my HOTUS, I mean, yeah, I could certainly play with an Xbox controller and get by until I acquired another one. It's not bad at all. Andy, he plays mouse and keyboard. So does Gru. I don't know how they do it. Dedicated mouse and keyboard, and that I don't understand at all. I guess it gives you a slightly better... You play mouse and keyboard, don't you, Trank?
Yeah, mouse and keyboard. I tried controller. I didn't like it.
I don't think I could ever go back from... it also depends on what you're after. I mean, if you just want to play a game, I guess if you learn to do it one way and that way works, then why mess with it? But I'm kind of obviously on the immersion train, right? Sitting over here in VR with a stick and throttle. I would love to
I
build
got
a
50 here.
Copy. Of course, I'm too far away. Yeah, I would love to build out like a full cockpit. Not a motion setup. I think motion setup plus VR would be a recipe for absolute sick as a dog, but like an angled cockpit that kind of gives you something to, you know, snug into and keeps you in all the right positions so nothing falls asleep, that would be nice. Oh, I see what you were saying, Shock. You're talking about going the other direction. You're talking taking your farm sim controls for Elite. I'm talking go the other direction. I think it would be a lot of fun to play farm sim with like a steering wheel and a throttle and a stick on one side for like front loader control or logging and stuff. I want to like logging in farm sim. I haven't found a good way. And maybe the answer is 2 joysticks, you know, and run it Bobcat style. But I just haven't found a good way to manipulate anything with an articulated arm for more than a few minutes without losing my mind. Playing a ship with a steering wheel. I'm sure somebody's done it. Because, you know, like you got the, like the Cessna style yokes for control instead of a joystick. I'm sure that's got to feel an awful lot like a steering wheel. I kind of want to get some rudder pedals and use them for lateral thrusting. I think that would be neat.
Programming Electro. Collector bit expired.
We've been having kind of a slow start every time we come back into this asteroid field.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my project for tomorrow is to get Streamlabs and all that set back up. Hadn't really planned on streaming, so I hadn't gotten there yet. I'm gonna be dead honest though, I wouldn't have got it done before I went live tomorrow either. Not a chance. If you look up procrastination in the Oxford Dictionary, you will find my portrait. Yeah, shocked. I don't see any reason that couldn't work. I'm not sure how you'd go about pitch. Oh, well, with the side stick you could. Oh, I'm over here knocking everything off. Yeah, the side stick I guess you could use. So let's see, with steering wheel, what would be... I guess yaw would be your best bet for the wheel. But really, if you've got a side stick, does your side stick yaw, I guess is the question. Some of them do, some of them don't. Yeah, that would absolutely be a huge improvement, Delta. I do that a lot with Farm Sim, actually. I will drive with the wheel, and instead of using the pedals, because they never really, like, unless you buy a really high-end wheel and pedal set, they feel like garbage, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I've got like a quarter keyboard, and I'll use it for throttle control and, you know, piping out on my combines and stuff like that, and just drive with the wheel. Yeah, I'd say if you didn't like it on flat screen, you should definitely try it in VR. I cannot gush enough about the experience of this game in VR. I loved the game before. I have already put 1,800 to 2,000 hours into it, and now that I've got everything set up to play in VR, I may never play another game. This may be it, folks. It may just be Elite. I would like to work in some farm sim, maybe some vintage story for my survival crafting folks out there. I really enjoy that game. Really don't enjoy my throttle switching my fire group in the middle of a mining session. That's getting real old. And I have tried everything I can think of to get rid of that. I've updated drivers, I've tuned down the lights to lower the power requirement. I've tried different USB ports. I've tried 2.0s, 3.0s.
Oh, there's a 51 and a 29 up ahead.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to go right there. I'll take it. The only thing I haven't done is mapped the entire throttle to a virtual joystick and told it to ignore everything below long presses. But I've already got most of the things set to a long press in Elite. Getting good has nothing to do with my throttle's electrical performance. Oh. I would argue that I have gotten good, because I've learned that I have to long press map everything on this thing, except the actual throttle axes. Everything else is pretty much a hold key. We seem to have collected our goodies. You gotta watch those chunks. I only hit 2 of them and that dropped my shields 30%. They are not playing. Let's hit this here, 50. How we doing? Wrong tab. Still the wrong tab. Not too bad. We're picking up here. It is lost cargo space, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. I have them on here because I've been doing a lot of solo mining off and on by myself. And I do have a penchant for taking on pirates in a mining ship, so I figure they're doing me alright. I mean, my cargo's not terrible. I'm at 224. That's respectable for a T11 without pre-engineered racks on it. I am a little salty that that's what hull's for. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I don't actually know what the hull stats are on this thing. I've never looked. I think they're in here, aren't they? Well, it gives me armor rating and health, but I don't have anything to compare 630 and 58 to. Not immediately available, so I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. Guess next time I dock, I'll have to take a gander. I have never, even in my combat builds, I've never been really good about paying attention to the actual stats as far as whether it's a hull tank or not. I know the FAS is, and I know if I stack enough reinforcement modules in there, it's nearly indestructible, but I've never looked to see what numbers correlate to that. It does. I've come back with less than 10. I don't think I've ever made it back with 1. And I have definitely flown back on emergency oxygen with a blown out canopy a couple times. Mostly in the Chieftain. That thing has got canopy for days, and I don't understand why it's a combat ship. It's clearly a combat ship. Why do combat ships have big windows? They shouldn't. None of them should. And it seems like an awful lot of them do. I don't get it. Let's put something we can shoot and take you out of the fight. As big as we can in the front. I've actually been thinking about Astrid's combat setup, because right now she's going to be rocking a Corsair. But I think it would be fun if I only let her fly a Vulture. You get those two, there's only 2 hard points, but they're large hard points on a small ship. It's all teeth, is all it is. And I've always had a lot of fun flying a Vulture. I don't know. I haven't really fleshed that out. Say 38.
Correct?
On my way. Apparently, I was already there. That'd be the one. Yeah, it really is, Delta. It's awful. I still stand by it being a good early combat ship, just because it is so tanky and it's got a lot of room on it. I don't particularly like the hardpoint placement, but I don't particularly like the hardpoint placement on the FAS either. Those 2 hardpoints under the cockpit, it's really hard to keep those things time on target. Because it seems like you're pretty much always pulling up chasing a target in medium ship combat. Unless you're the ship being chased, and then you're pulling up trying to meet your opponent. Point being, those hardpoints don't get nearly the exposure you need them to for them to be very effective. I like the Corsair. It's got really good hardpoint placement on it. But my only real complaint about the Chief is the cockpit. Everything else on it's kind of a joy. And for the price, I guess you'd pay for a cheap cockpit. It is what it is. Let's try getting on the right tab here. Oh, we're closing up. I like it. Just out of curiosity, is the dog coming through the stream? Because if she's not, I'm not going to worry about it, but she's laying back there whining, because she can hear movement going on, and she is not privy to what that movement is, and it's driving her up a wall. So she's driving me up a wall.
I don't hear anything.
Outstanding. That's the answer I wanted. I don't really worry about it coming through Discord because the crisp is really good. But I just wasn't sure if it was getting picked up through OBS or not. Dog, stop. That one?
That's funny you say that. I can hear it on Discord, but not on... I just heard it on Discord, but not on through the, through the stream.
There be gremlins in these microphones, that's my answer. Yeah, 14 right next door. I'm going to hit it first and then move over there. Just for Delta. This one's for you, bud. See it? Right there. 14.36. Just for you. like the tumble axis of movement. I do believe I'm in the path of travel here. I think perhaps we should evacuate. Maybe a little more. There we go. It is getting the chunks out of the way, that's nice. Chunks everywhere. Let's try that guy. Since we're sitting here. Yep, we're getting there. Dump off a couple of those. I might not even need another rock. This one might fill me up.
Prospector limpet engaged.
I hope so, because 6% ain't gonna finish it.
Cargo hold. Maximum capacity. Asteroid.
Keep one lonely limpet here, I guess.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Collector limpet expired.
What the hell? We're just going back. I'm full up. I'm heading back.
Roger that.
Behind me. Let's get the fighter in.
Roger that. Commencing fighter recovery.
Escape retracted.
And look at that galactic disc. Is that no? That's burning. What is that? Is it? Yeah, I guess that is the core. Seems awful orange.
Expired.
That is what it is, though.
Fighter safely in the hold.
Cannot comply. Collector limpet expired. Cannot comply. Frame
Get it
shift
together.
drive charging.
Come on, Murdoch. Remember how to fly the thing.
3, 2.
Oh, nav lock. I don't know why it hangs like that when you're nav locked. I guess it's trying to decide. If it wants to do that or not.
Frame shift drive charging. Engaged.
We've really been live for 2 hours already? That's wild. It certainly doesn't feel that way. It does come right back, though. For the most part. I do need to make some environmental tweaks just to help cut down on noise, but other than that, it feels pretty good. Well, I gotta give you that one, Delta. You were not wrong. It does feel good to hit the go live button again. I'm gonna go over here and let your captain rob me blind. Yeah, of course I'm gonna noob loop it first. I have not hit this carrier. Oh, nope, that's it. That's the first time I haven't had to loop it. I have missed the carrier every single time I've come over here tonight.
Welcome, Commander. Please respect our carrier and fly carefully.
So I should be on the left side this time. Yes, no, maybe. No. 11 and is that 12 over there? 10 on the left, 11, 12 on the right. I was thinking it was evens and odds, but it's not. It's sequential. Well, if I can memorize that, then I'll just have the small pads to go. Landing gear helps.
Deploy your landing gear, Commander.
Yeah, I got it, bud. No backseat tower driving.
Docking successful. Clamps engaged. Happy to have you, Commander.
Yeah, we got the demand under 3,000. I am curious how much platinum is sitting on this thing right now. It's got to be pushing 4 or 5K. Did I click the wrong damn button again? I think I hit outfitting. 90% sure. Yeah, that's what I did. It's almost like I haven't played this game before sometimes. You know what? Screw it. While I'm in here, do I have any cargo containers stored here? I do not. But I have a class 4 I can yank over here. 37 minutes. Where's that even coming from? Station in Ross. Okay. Do I have any on Herschel? Yeah, there we go. We'll pick that up next time we come back. Here's my mining setup for anybody looking for how to set up a T11. Pretty much all cargo up top. I'm running one extra collector limpet. So I've got a total of 17 collectors
I'm gonna
out.
head back to my carrier, I think.
Warriors, bud. We'll catch you next time. I've got the fighter hanging there, but it doesn't cost me anything. You can't put anything else
I
in
didn't get
there.
a chance to create another character like I was gonna do. Just haven't had the time.
we are rich, or at least we're getting there. How big was that buy order? Because we're down to like 3,900. No, sorry, 2,700. We've been chipping away at it. I haven't even checked sale prices lately. 6K, oh well then on your carrier alone we've got what, 3,200 plat? What, 2.5, 2.75 billion maybe? It's a lot of dough. I don't know what's on Herschel right now. Trying to think, is there a way I can check that? I think there is. Actually. Let's see, it's not showing the buy order on my carrier. Does it show it in here? Show me metals, show me platinum. Is it not a metal? Am I losing my mind? It's not a mineral. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's a metal, right? but not listed apparently.
Yes, platinum.
That's the strangest thing. I should be able to compare here. But I'm not positive that shows carrier prices. Yeah, you probably want to add more before Sunday, I would imagine. Well, that's alright. Let's just go over and take a peek.
Landing clamps disengaged. Launch confirmed.
It's not like it's not sitting right next to the place we're going anyways. It's literally parked inside the rings. Speaking of, why did you park all the way out here?
Landing gear retracted.
Or were you trying to be middle ground between mining and LaForge? Which is also not a bad plan. It's a solid play.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Oh, wrong button. Having a lot of that this evening. They're gonna make me give back my elite rankings.
Drive charging. 4,
Ah, that's fair.
2, 1. Engage.
No, that is 100% true with this planet too, by the way. It's more of a problem if you have to chase one particular platinum spot around. We got really lucky on this planet because usually if the one you came out of is on the opposing side of the planet, you just rotate spots. But for sure, if there's, like, I have that problem in Algol where the planet gets between the carrier parking spot and the platinum hotspot, and it's not this massive a planet, but it does cause problems. The rings are also much narrower there. These rings are huge. I actually opened up access to Herschel to be completely public, so there may be more platinum sitting on it than I actually know about, because there may be people mining and selling to it. It isn't a bad price, especially if you're right here in system and don't have to go far. I mean, it's 42 million per cargo load. It's not terrible money. I was hoping to maybe entice a few people to do exactly that.
If I manage to get time to create a new character, I just might.
I'm telling you, when you're out on expedition, having an alt to do something other than stare out the window of a fleet carrier on is an amazing thing. It's absolutely worth it in my opinion just for that.
Good to see you, Commander. Let us know if you intend to land here.
Well, for me, it's more like taking part in these sort of events, and the squad events, and helping out.
Yeah, that's true. And your intention is kind of to get lost out in the black anyway.
Docking request.
So you'll routinely need that second character to do that, whereas a lot of the times people that go on like big expeditions like DW3 don't do them all the time.
Yeah. This is the first time I've seen a game where you kind of almost, well, in my case anyway, you need to have that second character.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm thinking about a third.
What other? Oh, a third character in Elite?
Yeah, just purely for RP. I don't know that it's worth the money for just RP. I feel like I can rewrite somebody's story to match what I'm trying to do. I will say, I think Jim has picked up a touch of the space madness out there jumping the Beagle Point. Just a touch.
Cleared to disembark. Welcome, Commander.
Your message.
Possibly. Looks like I've got right around 2,000 on board Herschel, because I'm pretty sure I set the buy order up for 5. So that's not terrible. Oh, you know what? I'll bet I only... but it's on its way to the other carrier. But at this point, I'm going to look just so I can say I intentionally this evening.
Say ultra good for CG rewards. You mean you're not around?
Yeah, because if they drop the like the bounty hunting CG and it's got a decent reward on it, his main can do it, my alt can do it, but our characters are never gonna, like, you would have to spend 3 or 4 days jumping back from where we are just to do that. So if it was a good reward, like, you know, cargo, the only way to really do it is with an alt if you're out away from the bubble any significant distance.
Flaps released, and you're away.
Never done a combat CG, so not sure how I would fare.
Oh, we got to get you into some combat. It's an awful lot of fun.
I've done it a few times, but that one stream with was Delta and Andy, but they were doing the hard work.
You know what? Let's go do some combat. Why not? I've done a
I'll
good
do
bit of
combat.
mining.
Oh no Delta, but there's the hint of a CG that involves getting pirates.
Yeah, the current Galnet articles are focused on increasing pirate activity. So the speculation on Lave and other elite news sources is that the next CG out is probably going to be bounty hunting, and I tend to agree. I am really upset that this ceasefire made its way into canon. That annoys me. Because it was basically players saying, F you, FDev, we're not doing what you designed this to be. Which, I mean, you know, I don't have a dog in that race. Why do I really care? It just annoys me.
Look forward to welcoming you to our carrier.
Yeah, let's swap into the Corsair. Nope, I need that. Yep, that's the way. This is actually a good way to demonstrate combat too, because I don't have anything engineered on this Corsair except the frameshift drive.
Now, I do have 2 pre-engineered railguns that I got from a CG. I don't.
Railguns are tricky because they're only fixed and they have a delayed fire.
Okay, with combat, I can't remember what it was.
I don't know if I want to take on a Hazres. And by I don't know, I mean absolutely not. I don't want to take on a Hazres. What is happening here? Go up. There we go. What else we got?
I only see part of the ship, but it looks so fancy.
It's very fancy. I hated on the Corsair so much, and now that I can see it in VR, I hate on it a lot less. Let's go see what's over here. Expensive tunnel and more like an actual cockpit. And the hardpoint placement is hard to beat because you've got, let me see here. So you've got one here, one on top, one on the side, and then one
Can't see
on each side.
what you're showing me.
No, you will. It's just delayed.
Oh, okay.
Ship is ready. Launch confirmed.
Gear retracted.
How delayed?
Probably 15 or 20 seconds.
Nah, I think something's stuck. It's stuck again.
Oh, so it is. Bear with me, folks. Apparently, Oculus.
Alright, guys, I
mirrors.
will catch you later.
Let's see, Andy.
Go lay down. Just because he's barking does not mean you need
Now
to.
I hear the dog.
Yeah, the roommate's dog was barking upstairs, and now she thinks she needs to be part of the party. Okay. Well, at least it didn't crash that time. It was apparently just hung up. As soon as I tapped onto the window, it came back to life.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's see if maybe there's a resource zone over here that's not a Hazardous. Not that I'm unwilling to do a Hazardous, but I've barely done any combat in this ship, and that's probably not a wise choice. We'll go back and do one if that's the only option. Oh, look at that. Look at that gravity well going to work for me. That's what we like to see. Well, apparently there are no extraction zones over here. Yeah, screw it. I guess we're doing a Hazardous, folks. See if I can get blowed up. Bet I can. I'll bet I can. Let's see, what am I rocking on this? Multis and beams, I think. Maybe. Multis
Just
and
low
beams.
res or just
Oh no, it's a Hazardous.
low hazardous?
Well, there's
Two
low,
different,
medium,
yeah.
and then there's hazardous.
Oh, okay, hazardous is right.
As long as I don't pick a fight in anything that's in a team, I'm probably okay. Let's just get away from that planet there. That planet must be huge, because the gravity well is just eternal. Didn't really give that enough credit when we were picking this spot out for how much of a pain that was going to be. And I apologize in advance if this makes anybody sick. It may very well make me sick. We'll see. I've been trying to keep the head movements kind of gentle, but I make no promises in combat.
Oh.
On the bright side, the ship, at least it should be obvious what I'm doing.
So far, I haven't had any feel of motion sickness or anything.
Yeah, we're not fighting that one. Maybe. That we could probably handle. Let's take a look. He's deadly. This may in fact be a bad idea. But bad ideas are what's fun, right? Of course I pick a shield tank to fight with. Why wouldn't I? Shield's holding up pretty well. I can't be mad about that.
Yet another ship joining it. Hmm.
Knock it off with the chaff already. I'm trying to whoop your ass here. Why are we not targeting? There we go.
Everybody's shooting each other.
Yeah, it sure seems that way. Come on, give me the 2%. Thank you. Oh, my fire group switched.
Incorrect cockpit mode.
Yeah, it's that stupid ghosting. Trying to get me killed today. I hate chaff. I wish they would just take it out of this game. Nobody uses it but NPCs. Not a soul. My God, he's got hull for days. I don't want your cargo, but I want your ass. And I got it.
Target destroyed.
600,000, not too bad. I'll take that. It cost me 20% hull, but I'll take it. Yeah, I don't want another clipper. Let's see what this DBS is, or DBX is doing here.
Well, I'm gonna have to go because I got, I have I gotta be up very early tomorrow morning.
No, I probably won't be going too much longer. What are we at here?
I didn't catch you.
We're at 2.5 hours, so I probably won't be going too much longer.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the cat's going in for surgery for actually dental cleaning, but they put him under, so I gotta take him quite early.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I'm gonna take out this here DBX and call it an evening.
Who pirates in a DBX? This
A
guy
lot of it.
does.
Well, they're fairly nimble. They don't make a terrible combat ship if they're flown right. This may not be as easy as I'd like it to be.
Target shields offline.
Of course, looks like I've got some system security help, so maybe.
Taking damage. Shields offline.
Boom.
Target destroyed.
Alrighty, folks. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We're going to try and do this a little more regular. Coming back after a 6-year hiatus. We'll catch everybody the next time around. Hit like on the way out if you don't mind. And of course, go check out Delta there. I'm sure once he's over the illness, he'll be back with us streaming strong. Till next time, catch you later, guys.